When I was growing up in Oklahoma, I used to sing at rodeos with my sister Susie and brother Peg. We were the singing McEntires. We used to do a lot of the country music hits we heard on the radio. I kept dreaming about coming to Nashville and making records. Well, I got my chance. It's such a great feeling to come to this museum that holds so many country music treasures. I can't even begin to tell you what it feels like now to have one of my stage costumes on exhibit here. Well, here we are in the Opry area exhibit. Imagine how I felt the first time I appeared on the Grand Ole Opry, getting to meet all the great stars I used to hear on the radio. I was a huge fan then and an even bigger fan now. I feel so fortunate that I've gotten to know so many of the Hall of Fame members. I've always been a huge fan of Loretta Lynn's. When I was part of the Kiowa Cowboy High School band, I always managed to learn one of Loretta's songs as often as they'd let me. That is, unless Carol Johnson beat me to it, because we both love Loretta. I got to meet her in person one summer at the powwow in Ada, Oklahoma. But if anything could be more special, it's that today we're friends. She's with me at all my shows. Well, her song is anyway. Because each night before the show, I warm up my voice with If You're Not Gone Too Long, one of her songs. Roger Miller. I've always thought he was one of the funniest people I'd ever seen. I can remember the first time I ever met him. It was at the American Music Awards years ago. I was standing backstage with Roger and Chris Christopherson, and he was being typical Roger, cracking everyone up. He was just back there reeling off one-liners. And one of them, I still recall, he said, "You know, guys, my mama's cooking was so bad that the flies even helped us patch up the screen door." Then at the CMA Awards one year when I was hosting, he and Mary were visiting with me in my dressing room. And Roger looked at us and said, "Is it hot in here or is it just my career?" I sure do miss you, Roger. There'll never be another one like you. My tie with Minnie Pearl goes back many years because she worked with one of my kinfolk, Rod Brassfield. I remember back when I was pregnant with Shelby, I got to have lunch with Minnie, just me and her. So many times I wished I'd had a video camera to record every moment, every word she said. That special time I got to spend with her is a memory I will cherish for the rest of my life. What a gal. Mr. Gene Autry and I have a lot in common. We're both from Oklahoma. We both are partial to the rodeo and cowboy life, and we both love a good game of baseball. I got to meet Mr. Autry last May. I was at an Angels game in Los Angeles and was honored when he invited me and my guest to come into his special owner's box, meet him, and have our picture made with him. He is a true gentleman, and I'm so glad I had the opportunity to spend some time with him. I'd like to thank all the members of the Hall of Fame who have led the way and helped give a red-headed kid from Oklahoma a chance. Thanks.
Now, please welcome...